always like group projects and presentations. Like for some reason they are actually I actually like enjoy doing group projects. But there was one presentation that I still get pissed off about. Here, I'll set the scene for you guys. 2016 spring semester. It's presentations week. I've chosen my group of four. Two of them I've already done a presentation before with them. And I'm like, okay, they know what they're doing, they know how to work. And the other girl was the new popular quote unquote girl of the group. And I was like, okay, we'll bring her in. Here's a tip: if you've never worked with the most popular or the cool person, if you care about your grade, do not choose them. I'll explain why. The concept of the project was to basically modernize a Shakespeare play to make it seem more like today, how we would react, how we would say the phrases, and things like that. And it's the day of the presentations, and the day before the presentations. And I asked the new girl, and like on the call, like I'll call her Jazz. I'm like, hey Jazz, have you practiced your lines and things like that? And she goes, oh my gosh, I should have studied, but like at the same time, like it's okay, I got this, I'll figure it out. Like I'm gonna study it today. It's the day of presentations, and this girl still has not practiced her lines. I'm sorry, what? And I was like, okay. I'm like, okay, ma'am, you need to make sure that you get your lines right. And she goes, yeah, I'm just gonna wing it. No, no, you cannot wing this. This is my grade too. You can't do that. Anyways, we're going through the actual play and we're going through the presentation. This girl is butchering the freaking lines. She messes up every single line that we're supposed to be doing for the presentation. I'm just sitting there like, really, ma'am? And by the way, at this time, this is in front of my crush. Okay, I was in high school. I'm sitting here like, dude, you're basically embarrassing me in front of my crush. Like that's kind of disrespectful, and you're messing up my grade. And you know what? We actually did get an F on that grade, but that's all right. I did it on my own. I was like, Professor, can I just do my own thing? Like, don't even mind this. But yeah, if you care about your grade, please do make sure that you never choose the cool person or the most popular person in your crew, especially if they're like your friend. Don't choose your friends, okay? So, unless you know that they are responsible and they are good people, like I chose this year for my class. Hey y'all, what's up? This is your girl Sherelle from What's Poppin'. This is Coog Radio.
You're tuned into What's Poppin' with your girl Sherelle. Listen in for the hottest singles, movie recommendations, and all things entertainment. Tag along every Friday, 12 to 1, to your host and new bestie, Sherelle. Now let's get into it.
Hey everybody on the live stream, what's up? What's up? What's up? What is up, you guys? It's your girl Sherelle from Coog Radio, and this is my show, What's Poppin' with your girl Sherelle, where we talk all things music, movies, and entertainment. And I just want to say welcome to everyone on the live stream. If you are joining in on Instagram Live at underscore Sherelle, that's underscore CHIRELLE, and we're on there on the live. Hey T, she says I agree. Never choose the cool person. Never. If you want a good grade on your presentations, do not choose that person. Okay, that's how you know like you've gone through a lot of presentations and group projects. It's too much. But today I actually want to let you guys know that it is April, happy new month. I'm so happy to be able to be in this month. People do April Fool's Day for the April 1st, and I'm not really the best at playing jokes. Okay, lie. I'm actually pretty darn good at them. But like for some reason this year I'm just like, I don't have an April Fool's joke. If you have any, please let me know. I want to hear some of the best April Fool's jokes, April Fool's pranks that you guys have done. I want to see and I want to hear about them, okay? But today I actually want to speak on the fact that it is festival season, music festival, food festival, all that good stuff. I actually got the privilege to go to the Wolf Fest here at UH the this past week. It was actually from March 29th to March 31st. I actually went with T, and she was like, what's it called? Me and her, we hung out and we got some food. I got some tamales. It was so good, you guys. And then I got some limeade from what was the place? I don't even remember what the place was, but it was a really good. And I was like, okay, I like this. It was really cool because they basically were raising money for their the Wolf Center. And so like shout out to Camilla for letting us know about it, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have known about it. So shout out to her. And I just really want to talk about the fact that festival season is here. If you don't know what festival season is, it's all about the spring and summertime where they bring up different music festivals. They have lots of live performances, as well as a few like food, like lots of food vendors, as well as like sometimes they have like a little mini carnival, like a Ferris wheel and things like that. And so I really want to speak on the carnivals and festivals, not carnivals, but festivals that are coming out this month of April. And I want to speak on this all this month for the music segment. And so today, right now, I'm actually going to be talking about Dreamville. If you don't know, Dreamville is a record label owned by J. Cole, and he actually is having his own music festival this weekend, April 2nd to April 3rd. He has headliners like himself, as well as Kaylani, Lil Baby, T-Pain. If y'all didn't know, T-Pain actually came to the Frontier Fiesta last weekend. He actually performed here at UH, and it was a really good performance. I didn't realize how many T-Pain songs I knew until that night. Like, I was literally singing every single lyric to it. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I know all these lyrics. But yes, Dreamville Festival is this weekend. We got T on the live. She said, yay, I wanted to go to Dreamville. Dang, girl, I had a feel. I feel like she wanted to go because she always talking about how she really wants to go to you'll go see J. Cole. But yes, girl, I'm glad I'm talking about it too. I'm glad I saw it because I was like, okay, other than Coachella, I don't know any other festivals other than Coachella and Lollapalooza. So I was like, let me go do my research and look to see where the other festivals at because I want to go to some. But they're expensive, you guys, and I'm still in college. So if there are any brands out there that want to sponsor your girl and like send me to a music festival, I will be there. If you got any free festivals here in Houston, let me know about it. I will be there because I like music, I like food, I like having a good time. So let me know if y'all know any free events, free festivals, either in Houston, Sugarland, Missouri City, Pearland, Stafford. Did I say Sugarland, Missouri City? Yeah, I said them. So yeah, let me know, you guys. But other than that, that's actually going to be this weekend in North Carolina, and the other headliners are also Wale and Lil Wayne and some other ones. And you guys know I love me some Lil Wayne. For some reason, ever since I was a kid, Lil Wayne, hooey. I think it's the way he raps and his voice and like the lyrics. When I tell you, I'm literally just like, yes. Anytime I hear a song, I'm like, turn it up. I don't care if I never heard the song before, turn it up. It's Lil Wayne. I have to listen to it. But the next concert that I actually want to talk about is more on the countryside. If you like country music or you like the country style, this one's for you. It's called Tortuga. I hope I said that right. It'd be funny if it was like not pronounced that way, but it's called Tortuga. It's got headliners of Morgan Wallen, Thomas Rhett, and Luke Combs. You guys, I actually do really like me some country music. If you don't know, now you know. I actually, at the Frontier Fiesta, rode a mechanical bull for about 30 seconds, making the Glover family proud because I'm a Glover. So I'm really excited. I'm really happy that I stayed on for that long. Now, did I do it correctly? Don't matter. Don't ask, okay? Did they go a little slow? Don't ask, okay? If you want to see, you can go on my Instagram at _Sherelle. That's _CHIRELLE on Instagram, so you can see that video of me holding on to a mechanical bull with one hand in the air, okay? Might I tell you, I did not cheat. I had one hand in the air. Don't ask if it was the right hand in the air. It don't matter. But yes, the Tortuga performance or festival will be April 8th to the 10th in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So if you in Florida or if you have a free weekend of April 8th to the 10th, go ahead and go over there because they are going to be having headliners like Thomas Rhett, Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen, as well as some other performances like from Nelly. Y'all know he has this song with Florida Georgia Line, as well as the indie/ pop group called Surfaces. If you don't know about them, here you go. You need to know about them. They're the one who sings Sunday Best. It's a really good, like, happy song. Like, if that makes sense. Like, when it's like, oh, this is a good happy song. Like on Spotify playlist, their whole like happy beats or shower beats, I feel like they would have Surfaces on there. They're a good group. So I definitely would check them out if you like that type of style. And then the last festival that I want to speak on, which a lot of us know about, is Coachella, which is basically like where all the celebrities used to always go, or you would always see them with like the hippie style, or now if you know about it now, then you know them for mainly going there for all the influencers. That's where all the brands, the big corporations, they send their best influencers. They get Mercedes-Benz and they like go to Coachella, film everything, make sure you spotlight this product or spotlight this car. Yeah, I think this is the season where corporations are like, okay, we really got to make sure we save up for Coachella because that's where all the influencers are going. And we need to make sure that we can afford to like get them we can sponsor them. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm gonna be one of them people who goes to a festival and is sponsored by Benefit Makeup or by CoverGirl or by Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? Like, mark my words, I will be at Coachella being sponsored to be there. Okay, I'm not gonna pay $400. Like, I literally checked the tickets; it's $400. 400. I'm sorry, what? No, I will not be spending my $400 that I just got to go to Coachella because I gotta get there first and then get in. It's not like, oh, I'm already there. No, I have to fly to Palm Springs, California. I'm not doing that. But if you're out there, go ahead and go to Coachella. It's actually 2 weekends in April. It's April 15th to the 17th, and then it's April 22nd to the 24th in Palm Springs, California. Let me know if you guys actually have never heard about Coachella. If you have never heard about Coachella, I'd be really shocked and to know like why you don't know about it. So yeah, they have their headliners. The top three headliners are Billie Eilish, Harry Styles, and Kanye West. They have always chosen the most three random, but also like most popular in their genre, in their like group. And I really am just surprised and excited about that. It's Tira on the live. She said, "Yep, girl, you gotta save a lot for them festivals. You really do have to save a lot for the festivals. It's like, what are you doing? I'm not trying to give you my entire paycheck. Okay, maybe I am, but still, sponsor me. I'd rather do that." But yes, headliners with Billie Eilish, Harry Styles, and Kanye West, as well as other performances by Lil Baby. He gonna be doing a lot this. He really out here getting his bag because not only is he in Dreamville Festival, he's also gonna be doing the Coachella Festival. And then we also have Ari Lennox. Oh, love her new song Pressure. Pressure. I really sing like I can sing on here. I'm not a vocalist, unfortunately. Maybe one day again I will be. Then we also have Carol G, Doja Cat. You guys know that Doja Cat has been on tour with different festivals already. So that's really exciting to see her at Coachella as well because she knows how to put on a show. And I'm really excited to see where she goes and takes off. They also have Megan Thee Stallion, Giveon, Louis the Child, Flume. The Louis the Child and Flume, they're like artists that are like very much EDM. I'm really excited about that. I had a whole EDM phase and I really am proud of that phase. I wish it came back, but so far my EDM phase is kind of it's like lingering, but it's not there forever. You know what I'm saying? And then they also have Big Sean performing, Daniel Caesar, as well as some other performers that I'm really excited to see. When I say see, I mean see on Instagram to see their live, like people going live as they perform them, or even TikTok. Y'all know people be on at concerts like going live and like videotaping the entire concert. I'm like, I appreciate you. If you are a person who goes live at a concert, I thank you for doing that because you are doing an amazing service for people who can afford to go to the concert and people who can afford but don't go or can't go. So I appreciate every single one of you people who do that. And if you are one of them, thank you. If you are not one of them but have seen a live stream where they are actually live streaming at a concert, you know what I mean when I say that they are the heroes. They are the people who are really out here helping us all out. Anyways, I'm gonna take a quick break, you guys. This is a Lollipop by Lil Wayne. Y'all know I said I like me some Lil Wayne, so here you go. I said he's so sweet, but I wanna lick the red. Okay, I gotta turn this down before I get copyrighted. And I'm not trying to get copyrighted because I actually would like this live stream to stay up both on YouTube and on Instagram. What's up? What's up? We got Q on the live, and then we have Peyton on the live. What's up, Peyton? How you been? Just say, yeah, girl, you gotta save a lot for those festivals. You really do. You cannot just be like, oh, I'm gonna go to a festival this weekend and then expect to not spend a bunch of money. But yeah, the Dreamville Festival, I actually was really sad when I found out that it was this weekend, April 2nd to the 3rd. I was like, dang. And it's in North Carolina. I was like, I would have, to be honest, here, I'm gonna be honest. If I would have found out about Dreamville prior to today, and if it was like in June or something, I think I would actually save up to go to it mainly because of Lil Wayne. But I'm not choosing favorites. I'm choosing favorites for sure. But yeah, I would definitely go to the concert just because of go to the festival just because of Lil Wayne. And then also, what's his name? T-Pain. I wouldn't mind going to go see T-Pain again. I don't know why. I'm just he's got my heart sometimes. Like, I think it's because growing up with T-Pain's music and like his songs literally always being on the top charts, he's one of those artists where you're just like, if you don't go see him, you're doing a disservice to your childhood, you know? Does that make sense? I feel like it does, but at the same time, I say that all the time that what I say makes sense. So, but yeah, I definitely am excited about the Dreamville Festival. I can't wait to see all the Instagram lives, Instagram videos, the YouTube videos, because I'm a sucker for just watching it on YouTube. Like if I could just watch it on YouTube or watch it on a live stream, I will do that, because guess what? I get to stay in the comfort of my own home or in my own place, and I'm able to get food for free or for a cheaper price than what they be doing at these festivals, because they be charging extra. Okay. She said, I found out about it like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, how I'm gonna save $200 for a festival ticket, $400 for plane ticket, and still have it for real, still have to pay for a hotel. Girl, you should have messaged or emailed some of these brands, be like, hey, can I get a brand deal? I have this many followers. Can I get a brand deal? You know what? I'm gonna do that one day. Just send a bunch of brands like, hey, I have this many followers, and I will vlog the entire time. I will literally give you shout outs on my radio show. I can do all this stuff. Like, I'll give you shout outs for an entire month. Like, free press. Like, please just let me come. Just sponsor me. Sponsor at least 3/4 of it. I'll take care of the last quarter. I will make sure to get there. Okay. If you sponsor me, I'm going to send this to a lot of brands and just send that in. She said, I thought about risking it all. Girl, don't you do that. Don't you do that. I encourage some crazy things, but I don't encourage all crazy things. Not all crazy actions are a good idea. Like this, you could wait. Oh, no, hang on. Kehlani, Lil Baby, T-Pain, Wale, Lil Wayne. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you to risk it. But what I will say is, it'd be a pretty good reason to risk it. That's what I'll say. I'm not going to tell you to do it. I'm just saying it would be a good idea. That's a good idea. I think you should start reaching. I really should. I'm gonna do that. Like, I have a podcast. I'll talk about it on the podcast. I have a radio show that goes live. I have YouTube. Like, yep, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start reaching out to sponsors, and I'm gonna go to festivals for free. I'm saying it right now, speaking life. My mom, she was like, you need to start speaking life, because life and death is in the power of the tongue. And I'm like, you know what? You sure are right out here quoting the Bible. And you know what? I will be doing that. Pressure? Give it on me to me. This is my song right here. I don't know why this song, I don't listen to Ari Lennox like that, but this song right here, hit the right. And then also, what's it called? The other thing about this song specifically is the visuals. If you haven't seen the music video to this one, because I want to say, who was it? I want to say Copeland. Is that his name? I could be very wrong. I'm trying to remember the choreographer for this music video. I want to say that it was Courtland, something like that. I'm gonna get it. Eyes on me, apply that pressure. Give it on me, turn. Right, my mom be telling me that too. See, look at us. We just gotta start applying it to our life, Start speaking life, speaking things into existence, and praying that it's in God's will. Now, that's the other thing. You can speak stuff because things are in a lot of life and death is in the power of the tongue, but it's also gotta be in God's will. Like, if it ain't in God's will, then you just manifesting. And sometimes that ain't really good for you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you could be manifesting something in your life that was not supposed to be in your life, and then it come in your life and it ruin your life. You know what I'm saying? You don't wanna get too much in that. So all that, for me, what I always say is, like, I speak things into life, and I'm like, but I always make sure to say, if this is in your will, God, for my life, I ask for this. I pray for this. I would love to have this. I want to see this come to fruition, things like that. But if it's not in your will be done, not mine. You know how Jesus was saying, he was like, not my will be done, but your will be done. That's how I am. I'm like, Lord, I'm not trying to just do something that's not supposed to be in my life. So it ain't supposed to be in my life. Don't let it be in my life, Lord. Tough cookie. Choreographer. Pressure by Ari Lennox. Let me tell you about that manifesto. Ooh, exactly, girl. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let me see. Is it not gonna tell me? Cortland. Ha! I was right. It is Cortland who did the music video. Coming back on air. Coming back on air. Coming back on air. Do. What's up, you guys? This is your girl Sherelle with What's Poppin', where we talk about music, movies, and entertainment. And if you don't know, now you know. I'm your girl Sherelle. You can go ahead and follow me on social media on YouTube at Just Sherelle. That's the word just, and then Sherelle, Chirelle. As well as you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at _Sherelle. That's _Chirelle. And right now we are actually shifting into the film industry, where we talk about music, movies, and entertainment. And if you guys don't know, last weekend or last Saturday, however you want to say it, was actually the Oscars. If you missed it, you missed a lot, because a lot happened that people are actually not even talking about. But what I want to speak on is the one thing that everyone is speaking about. Everyone. And I mean everyone. If you haven't talked about it, or if you've even heard someone say something about it, you live under a rock. But if you don't live under a rock, you would hear about this. And I'm talking about the slap of the nation, the slap of the year, the slap of entertainment. And I'm talking about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars. If you missed it, when I tell you, I didn't watch it live, but I did watch it, a clip of it. And I watched it like 3 times, and he was serious about that slap. A lot of the celebrities who were in there, they all thought it was a part of the bit. Here, let me set the stage for you. It's the Oscars. Chris Rock is hosting it. He's doing his opening monologue, and he says a joke about Penelope Cruz and her husband, about like how he can't win an Oscar, because if Penelope loses and then he wins, it's a lose-lose situation type of thing. But he was like, so he's praying that Will Smith wins the award. And after he says that, he goes, by the way, Jada, talking about Jada Pinkett Smith, he goes, by the way, Jada, can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2. If you don't know about G.I. Jane is a movie about a woman going into the military, where it's very male-powered, male-oriented, and things like that. And she shaves off her hair in the movie. I have not seen the movie, so I cannot explain like, oh, it's so related. No. Basically, it's with Demi Moore. She shaves her hair off. That's all I got for you. And when he says the joke, when the camera's panned to Will Smith and Jada, Will laughs. Will Smith does laugh at the joke. And then, but at the same time, Jada's like, oh my gosh, type of face, like, I do not like this show. Like, this was not a joke at all. And once the camera goes back to Chris Rock, we don't see Will Smith's face. All we see is that he just laughed at the joke. And then out of nowhere, Chris Rock is like laughing. Everyone in the crowd is laughing and things like that. And then Will Smith stands up, walks up to the stage, and Chris is like, oh, hold on, Richard, because, he was Richard in the movie King Richard, about Venus and Serena Williams and their dad and things like that, and their success. And so Chris Rock is like, oh, Richard, and Will Smith just slaps him, like smacked, like, when I tell you that you heard the smack, it was that crazy. It was that loud. I mean, Chris Rock was mic'd up, so obviously you heard the slap. But like, if you were in the back, you still heard that slap. And so he slapped him, and then everyone's like, oh. And so like, people are kind of laughing because they're thinking it's a bit. Like, they're like, oh, that was actually crazy, but that's funny type of thing. And then Chris Rock goes, oh, I just got slapped by Will Smith. And it's like, everyone's laughing and things like that. And when Will Smith sits back down in his seat, he yells out, keep my wife's name out your effing mouth. And like, yells it, and everyone gets quiet. Like, the camera goes back to Will Smith, and Lupita's face in the back, she's like, stunned. She was too stunned to speak. And Chris is like, what the heck? And then Will Smith goes, keep my wife's name out your mother effing mouth. And Chris Rock, okay. and everyone's in shock. Like Beyonce's in shock, Jay-Z's in shock, Sock is in shock. Everybody in there, you could hear a pin drop in there. And Chris Rock is just like stunned. So even though this did happen back on last Saturday, everyone has been talking about it. There's been a lot of coming out, and it's like, okay, I felt like I was going to be late speaking on this, but actually, I got all the tea. I'm glad to be able to be on Friday so that I can be able to tell y'all every single detail that I have seen, that I have read. Apparently, Will Smith might be getting sued for this. Chris Rock may be suing him for $200 million. That has not been completely asserted and stated just yet by Chris Rock, just because it is still a fresh story. It's still going on there under investigation. The crazy thing was Will Smith did actually win best male actor for his movie King Richard. So the Academy of Motion Pictures is actually considering trying to figure out how they're going to decide what to do with the disciplinary of this situation. How they gonna basically, what are they going to do with Will Smith and his award? Apparently, there's a rumor that he was actually is asked to leave the event, but he did not. He refused. There is a lot that goes in on this, and here are my opinions. First, I want to start with Chris Rock. I think that Chris Rock, originally, to be honest, in my first opinion, I was like, oh yeah, Chris Rock deserved that. Like, he's been saying a lot of pot shots, he's been saying a lot of dirty like jokes and saying a lot of things, and it's like, okay, dude, like that's not even funny at this point. And I think that was my first thought. But then as I continued to think and as I continued to go listen to what other people were saying and like understanding their perspective and things like that, I was like, well, maybe he didn't deserve that. Nobody deserves to be, well, no, I won't say nobody. Most people don't deserve to be humiliated on national television in front of everybody, and then everybody be talking about it, because it's like that's something that like it was videotaped, and if it wasn't videotaped, people was gonna be talking about it for decades. Like that's now in his reputation. Like everyone knows the fact that Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Now, the other thing with this is it goes into with Jada Pinkett Smith. I personally do not like Jada Pinkett Smith. I don't agree with a lot of her views. I don't agree with a lot of things that she says and she believes and things like that. However, I do understand that she is dealing with the sickness, and I do understand the fact that she is dealing with what's going on in her life and things like that. However, I don't understand her reaction. Yes, I understand, like, yeah, the joke was, yeah, you're sick, you shaved off all your hair. The correlation makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I understand why you didn't laugh. However, once Will Smith, because they got this on TikTok, there's a clip on TikTok where once Will Smith slaps Chris Rock and he's walking back to his seat, and Chris Rock makes the joke like, "Oh my gosh, Will Smith just slapped the S out of me on national television." And everybody in the crowd laughs because, of course, they thought it was a bit. Jada Pinkett Smith even laughed. Like, there's a clip seeing her laughing at the joke. And it's like, okay, if you laughed at the joke, on that joke, why, what did you know what was going on type of thing? Versus like, okay, my husband just slapped this man on national television. What the heck is going on? Now, I don't agree with the fact that, like, I don't understand why she laughed at the joke. I think that was just like, it was one of those moments like, okay, so you won't laugh at the first joke about G.I. Jane because, I mean, yes, you shaved off your hair, okay, related, like, type of thing, like, light humor, but at the same time, like, not a lot of people know that you are sick type of thing, and that's why you shaved your hair. Like, yes, you have hair loss, but you shaved off all your hair just so that you don't have to, I guess, so that you don't have to go through the struggle. Like, a lot of people do that and things like that. So, like, I understand why you didn't laugh at that, but why did you laugh at the second joke? That would be my issue. That's my problem as to why you laughed at one. You didn't laugh at one, but you laughed at the other. The third thing that I wanted to bring up is Will Smith. I don't know what's up with Will Smith. I don't know what the deal is as to why he would laugh at a joke and then right after the joke, once, I guess, no one know. Now, I have not seen any clips or any angles of what happened right after the joke. All I know is Will Smith, the cameras pan to him, Chris Rock makes a joke, Will Smith laughs at it. And he's like, ha 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 type of thing. And then right after that joke, we go back to Chris Rock, and Will Smith is walking up to Chris Rock and slaps him. What was the slap for? You were just laughing at the joke. So I'm trying to understand as to where we go from laughing at a joke to slapping a man on national television. What happened in those 2 seconds that we did not see what was going on? I personally have. I don't think that was okay. I don't think that I feel like Will Smith was going through some stuff that nobody knows about, and he even apologized on his Instagram, stating the fact that like he's going through healing and like he apologizes for slapping him. He shouldn't have done that type of thing. But at the same time, sir, what mentally was going on? They say that he has had a lot of anger built up prior to this, but it's like yes, I understand that you had anger, but for you to slap someone is not all right. Like that's on a whole nother level of not even just anger, but like rage. Because you felt okay with going on stage to slap someone after making a joke. And it's like, yes, like there's a lot of things with this. There have been a lot of comedians like Jim Carrey who came out and said that he should have not done that and that was not okay. And that Jim Carrey even said that if it was him, he would sue Will Smith for $200 million. Now, with that being the case, I think that Will Smith being somewhat of a comedian, actor, and things like that, he should understand where jokes go too far and where jokes are like, okay, right below, it's too much. But at the same time, like if you are if you are a comedian and you know the behind the scenes and things like that, you should also understand like, okay, they probably don't know this issue, they don't know what's going on. But in Will Smith's apology on his Instagram, he said, violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed in my actions. And my actions I'm embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, and all the attendees and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I deeply regret that my behavior has stained what has been an otherwise gorgeous journey for all of us. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will. Now, with that being the case in his apology, the thing with celebrities and a lot of influencers is they have publicists, they have public relations, they have people to write up this stuff for them. Do I think that this is genuine and came from Will Smith? Yes, I do. I have no doubt. But at the same time, it was very much formulated. The right words were said, things like that. Now, when it comes to the slap and him choosing to slap him in that moment, I don't think it was all right. I don't think it was okay. I don't think that it should have been condoned. Do I think that the Academy of Motion Pictures should take away his award for King Richard? No. Because even though, yes, his actions that night were not okay, it should not have been condoned, it should have not happened, I don't think that should affect him receiving the award. Because originally, no matter what, whether the slap happened or not, people believed and voted for Will Smith for King Richard winning that award. They believed that he was the best actor in that film. So no matter what, I don't think that his actions of slapping Chris Rock on stage should affect his award and receiving that award. Because no matter what, he still won that. People still voted for him. Somebody voted for him for that award to win. So I don't think that they should award him. Do I think that Chris Rock should sue Will Smith? I do think that he should sue him because of that was national assault type of thing. Do I think that it would be wise to sue him? I personally don't think so. I think that it just be a hectic thing. Like just ask for a check and let him sign it. Don't go through the whole lawsuit. I mean, you could if Will Smith does not care to actually sign a check. Like, understandable. Like, I probably wouldn't want to either. But at the same time, I'm not a bajillionaire. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a very sticky icky situation. I don't think that he should have slapped him. I don't think that he should get his Oscar taken away from him. Am I on Will Smith's side? No. Am I on Jada Pickett's side? No. Am I on Chris Rock's side? No. I'm an outsider watching, looking at what's going on, looking at the situation. I have no say in what actually happened. I do think that there is a lot of issues that actually do need to be taken, a lot of issues that need to be addressed when it comes to this situation, as well as more camera angles that we need to be seeing, more camera angles of this whole scene, specifically of Jada and her reaction. I want to see those. I want to see those angles. So if you have any or you've seen any, tag me in them at _Sherelle on TikTok or on Instagram. That's at _CHIRELLE. But we're gonna take a quick break. Make sure you keep it locked and loaded. We play my song. The sweetest pie. I might take you home. I might give you all. I have to make sure not to have this song, the music playing too loud for too long, because I don't want to get copyrighted on here. I feel like I say that every time I play music on here. But I do want to hear you guys' opinion and you guys' take on the whole Will Smith situation. There have been a lot of jokes that people have posted about, like the whole Jaden Smith, their son, actually posted on Twitter that day or right after the slap or something, stating, "Yeah, that's how we do it." And then someone retweeted, like, "You sure? Ain't this you?" And it was a clip from when Jaden was getting beat up in the scene in Karate Kid when he was being beat up. So that was hilarious to see because of just the reaction of it. It's like, dang, he can't say nothing type of thing. Let me see. The sweetest pie is the ride of your life. Oh, 'cause baby, I'm the sweetest pie. The only thing I don't like about this song, Sweetest Pie, is the fact that it's Dua Lipa's part. This part. I really like it. I don't know. I feel like it changes the vibe of the song. I think it might be the beat in the background. I think that's what I don't like about it. Actually, I'm going to be talking about the different music video visuals. I'm actually going to do a reaction to a music video right now, live on air. I'm actually going to be reacting to, what's her name? What's this song called? Boyfriend by Dove Cameron. If you guys don't know, I love me some Dove Cameron. I love her aesthetic. I love her vibe. The sweetest pie. Maybe we can go fast. I think if Chris Rock, if Will Smith gets to slap someone, he didn't get to, but I feel like they should because you guys know I talked about this last week, the fact that like the Grammys are not letting Kanye West perform at the Grammys. I think they should let him perform. He's performing at Coachella, so why not? Just be a little promo. You know what I'm saying? That's probably not the right way to think about things, but like at the same time, like whatever. Like it's not okay, but it's like, should you care that much? You probably should. I think I'm just talking at this point, just saying. I feel like I'm not really processing the actual issue that is at hand, which is the fact that like he has verbally like spoken and abused a lot of people, or not really abused, but like really used his freedom of speech too much. You know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, that's Kanye West. Like that's why people still listen to his music. That's why people talk about him, because of the way he chooses to use his freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. That's what I knew. I knew. Bitch, you can never hit mine. Fish fry. I'm a dog. Everybody get it. You will never heard the bird. Never word. I'm on a bird. I don't know. That is my song by J. Cole. Like I like KOD. I like poetic. What is it? It's not poetic justice. It's the other word. What's the other one? Some about poetry. Oh man, what is it? It's pissing me off because I love this song. Let me see. If you guys know what I'm talking about, please let me know what the song is. Power Trip. I love that one. Where is it? Am I thinking about a different song? I know for sure Power Trip. Oh, so good. I knew. Like a vocal cord. Let me see. Maybe it's a different person. Oh, I always confused. What's it called? That's what it was. I always confused Power Trip with Poetic Justice. I don't know why. Because they're nowhere near each other. They're nothing alike. Meet me at the London. We can run one. We're sitting on you. I'm really fun to talk about some movies that are coming out that I'm excited to see, specifically this week. I knew. Good movie recommendations. You ready for it? Ooh, my stomach growling. What is up, you guys? This is your girl Sherelle with What's Poppin', where we talk about music, movies, and entertainment. And today we're actually going to be getting into movies of different films and shows that I think you guys should be watching. But before we get into that, I want to let you guys know that this is Coug Radio. It is the only student-run radio station from the University of Houston. It's ran by the students for the students. Are you and if you are a university student, a University of Houston student interested in being involved in the magic that is college radio, all you have to do is head over to the Get Involved app through Access UH, type in Coug Radio, that's COOG Radio, and click Join. All we ask you to do is fill out the new member interest form. This not only helps us to create a bridge of communication, but it also helps us gauge your interest so you can be involved with the many cool things we do here at Coug Radio. Whether that's blog writing, hosting your own show like me, or just hanging out, let us know. And if you are not a UH student but would still like to keep up to date with what we're doing here at Coug Radio, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Coug Radio. That's COOG Radio, where we do ticket giveaways, post memes, and post our weekly themed playlists. And as always, you can visit our website, cougradio.com, to tune into the jams 24/7 and read our blogs involving the Houston music scene and beyond. So I hope you guys are excited about this show. I'm so excited to be able to host my own show here at Coug Radio, as well as to be able to not only host my show, but record my show and be able to make it into a podcast for my own thing. And so if you guys don't know, I do have my own podcast. It is called What's Poppin'. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, as well as Google Podcasts. If you go to my Instagram at _Sherelle, that's _CHIRELLE. You can go on my bio. It has a link on there, and that'll take you to my YouTube channel. You can subscribe there. You can go to my Instagram, my TikTok, as well as to my podcast so that you can hear the episode. If you missed it, there you go. And if you want to see the visual, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram and watch the rebroadcast, or you can actually follow me on YouTube, where I have live stream up there as well. So thank you to everyone who is tuning in, who has tuned in on Instagram as well as on YouTube. I appreciate every single one of you. Now, as we shift into the entertainment, I really want to speak on the what to entertain yourself with. Some different movies or shows that have come out, my ratings, my view on it, or if I'm excited to see it or not, rating on a 1 to 10, where it comes to character development, the actual characters coming to life, as well as how I feel about the movie as a whole. So the first movie that I actually want to speak on is the new Batman version, with the 2022 version with Robert Pattinson as well as Zoe Kravitz. I actually was able to go see this movie during spring break with my friend Sarah. Shout out to you, girl, at UTA. We actually went to Arlington, and we went to a drive-in theater called Coyote Drive-In. It was very entertaining. It was actually a nice place to go. The Batman movie is basically a 2022 rendition of the whole Batman series. If you don't know about it, Batman ventures into Gotham City's underworld when a killer leaves behind a trail of cryptic clues. As the evidence begins to lead closer to home and the scale of the perpetrators' plans become clear, he must forge new relationships, unmask the culprit, and bring justice to the abuse of power and corruption that has long plagued Metropolis. Metropolis. I really actually do like the movie. I don't really watch Batman. I'm not really. I watch DC, but I'm not a DC fan. DC Universe type of girl. But when it came to this movie, I was like, okay, it's Robert Pattinson. I don't really like Robert Pattinson. Before this movie, I didn't really care to watch Robert Pattinson. So I'm in Twilight. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good on Robert Pattinson. I don't think I need to watch anymore. But I was like, you know what? Let's go see this. Let's see how it is, and like then we'll give our rating at the end. When I tell you this movie was really good, the character development was so well done. They really honed in on each of the characters to actually bring them to life. And what I really appreciate is the fact that it wasn't just Robert Pattinson as the star of the movie. Yes, he was the face of the movie because he is Batman, but they gave Zoe Kravitz to play Selena Kyle, which was Catwoman in the movie. They gave her time to shine, and they gave her own story in the movie. I appreciate movies who actually know how to balance between just not just the main character, but to be able to give the sub main characters their time to shine as well. They had Paul Dano as the Riddler. He was good. I haven't seen Paul Dano in a lot of movies, but seeing him as the Riddler, he very much convinced me that he was the killer. Like I was like, you know what? You might be the killer. And it turns out he was the killer. Like his riddles were the way he carried out the character as the Riddler was so well done, very convincing, and I appreciate seeing that. And then they also had Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I did not know that was him. I did not in this moment that I'm telling you that I didn't know it was him. That's when I found out that that was him. And then John Turturro played Kameen Falcon. He was good. I didn't know that he was the bad guy until I found out he was the bad guy. Like I knew he was bad in the movie, but I know he was the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? But seeing him in this film was actually exciting because I saw him in the Transformers series, and it was really good to see him not in the Transformers state, but in the Batman, playing a character that was not too different, but similar to that character, but with a more of a twisted and mature view on him. Very much like mob style. I really like seeing him in this movie. And then Robert Pattinson, I actually genuinely like seeing him. I did not have a problem seeing him in this movie. I actually was like, you know what, Robert? You looking good. I was like, he looks good in this movie. I didn't find Robert Pattinson attractive until I saw Batman. I said, you know what? Good for you for looking so dang good. Okay, I have no problem with you anymore. And Zoe Kravitz, you guys know Catwoman, Halle Berry. She knew what she was doing when she played Catwoman back in the early 2000s. And Zoe Kravitz did Catwoman justice in this movie, The Batman. So if you have not seen it, I do definitely recommend going to go see it. There have been some other movies that have came out that I'm actually excited to go and see, which is Uncharted with Mark Wahlberg and what's his name? Tom Holland. You know how you have like a little moment where you're just like, I don't remember what the name of this movie is, but it's like I know his face or like I know that character. Yeah, Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, as well as some other amazing stars. And if you have not seen it, it's a treasure hunter. The treasure hunter Victor, who Sully Sullivan recruits street smart Nathan Drake to help him recover a 500-year-old lost fortune amassed by explorer Fernando Magellan. I'm not going to explain all of that, but basically they're going through this entire adventure. If you've seen Journey to the Center of the Earth or Treasure Hunter or any mystery movie, basically that's or mystery action movie where they're trying to find a treasure, that's basically what this is with a lot of plot twists and turns. I won't lie, it gave me very much Mission Impossible vibes where they were, you know how the scene in Mission Impossible where Tom Cruise is flying out the plane or something like that, or holding on to the plane. Yeah, that same very similar scene was in Uncharted where Tom Holland was holding on to like something in the sky when it was on the plane. It was crazy. I was like, you know what? The trailer has convinced me. I will be watching that. I almost thought about switching when we were at the drive-in theater. I almost thought about switching from Batman to going to go see Uncharted. I was like, no, let's not do that. Let's actually sit here and watch the Batman, which I'm glad I did. Another movie is that I'm excited to see because I just love this actor so much is Morbius, played by Jared Leto. You guys, I love me some Jared Leto. I love seeing him in Suicide Squad. He did so well in The House of Gucci. I'm excited to see him in other films as well. And with this movie, it is a Marvel film, so you guys know Team Marvel right here. So of course I'm gonna see it. But basically, it's a biochemist Michael Morbius tries to cure himself of a rare blood disease, but when his experiment goes wrong, he inadvertently infects himself with the form of vampirism instead. Vampirism. I said vampirism. Vampirism. Very much different than vampirism. I'm so excited to see this. I didn't know that Tyrese is in this. Tyrese, okay, I see you getting your check. They also have Michael Keaton and Matt Smith and so many other stars. I'm really excited to actually see this movie. I will be going to go see this and I will be giving my personal review of this movie because I personally am excited for it. And then the last movie that I want to speak on is actually Sonic the Hedgehog number 2. Now, I won't lie, I do watch some animated films because I have a 10-year-old sister. So I make sure to actually take the time and watch those films with her. So, but I think I'm more excited about Sonic the Hedgehog number 2 than she is actually. But yes, I'm so excited to see this one. I never really played any of the Sonic games or watched the Sonic show, wasn't really that into it, not that kind of girl. But when they made it a live action, of course I watched it because I don't know, when it comes to cartoon shows or animated things turn into a to like live action, I'm more inclined to watch it because I feel like, oh, okay, I can watch this. It's not too kiddie. But it's basically based off of the original movie, going into the fact that like the villain comes back from where he came from and things like that. Like I don't need to explain all of that, but I am excited to see the new characters because they actually have Idris Elba. He's going to be playing the Knuckles character. I'm excited to see him as that character to bring what he brings to the table. They also have Shamar Moore in the film. So excited to see him in there as well or hear him. I don't know if he plays a real live character or a voice actor. Whichever one, I'm down for it anyway. And then of course they have Jim Carrey, the original cast and things like that. So I'm really excited to see that. And if you have any movie recommendations, go ahead and let me know. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear the different movies that you guys have seen. Oh, the last movie that I want to speak on is The Adam Project. That is with Ryan Reynolds, who is my favorite actor. That movie right there, oh, so good. It's on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, it just came out, I think, like last week or something. It's got Ryan Reynolds, Zoe Saldana, Walker, he's a young actor, Walker Skullberg, and then of course it has Jennifer Garner and Mark Ruffalo. If you haven't seen it or heard of it, then here's your chance to now know about it because I'm excited to explain to you guys. But basically, that movie is about time travel and going back to basically delete time travel. If you didn't know about that, I just spoiled it for you, but it's all right. It's still a really good film. It's a really good movie. I absolutely love Ryan Reynolds' humor, the way that he speaks, the way he carries out his jokes. So he does it so well and so seamless that it's just like, dang, I didn't even realize that I caught that until I caught it. You know what I'm saying? But yes, Ryan Reynolds, any of his films, definitely recommend that you go and watch them because they're so good. And I just appreciate watching his films anyway. But I just want to let you guys know I appreciate every single one of you guys who have tuned into the show, whether you're on YouTube, my YouTube live at Just Sherelle, where you can go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, or if you're watching on Instagram at _ Sherelle, that's _CHIRELLE, where you can go and follow me on there, watch the rebroadcast, or even listen to my podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Google Podcasts at What's Poppin' with Sherelle. And that's with a W / not the actual word with. I hope that you guys enjoyed this show. I hope that you go and listen to these these movie recommendations, because they are so good. When I tell you, I absolutely love these shows specifically. In these movies, they are so good. You need to go and see them. And I will definitely be giving my review on Morbius and Uncharted when I go and see them. And Sonic the Hedgehog #2, cannot forget about that one. Hope you guys enjoyed this show. I'll see you next week on my show, What's Poppin'. Bye, you guys. Woo-hoo-hoo. I can't believe. You guys, I'm playing Boyfriend by Def Cameron. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't heard it, it's a pretty darn good song. It's all over TikTok, to be honest. The music video actually just came out, and I'm really excited to see it. I have not seen it just yet, but I love me some Def Cameron. Like I've said that already. I love her aesthetic. I love her Instagram. I love her vibe. It's so good. It's got this like very like Angelina Jolie, Megan Fox, grungy, sexy, seductive, but mature vibe to it. And I'm just like, I'm so into it. So my vibe. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this show. I hope that you guys make sure you tune in every single week, every single Friday from 12 to 1 p.m. on my Instagram live and on my YouTube live, as well as you can go ahead and follow me on both YouTube and Instagram. And then, of course, if you don't really care to watch things, but if you want to listen to it, you can tune in on Spotify podcast, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts to listen to the podcast. It's actually a 30 to 35-minute version of the show. So instead of it being a whole hour, it's actually just the 30 minutes. I take out the music, I take out all the songs, unless you are a artist who got spotlighted. Now, speaking of artists being spotlighted, if you are a new artist or you have some songs that you want to be spotlighted on my show or to be played on my radio show, go ahead and let me know. DM me on Instagram at _ Sherelle, so that you can be able to have your song played on my show during my station, as well as have a snippet of it on my podcast if you want to hear that and join in on that. I hope that you guys enjoyed this show. I appreciate every single one of you. I love you guys, and I will see you next week on my show, What's Poppin' with your girl Sherelle. Bye. Let me end this one.